If you're still waiting for someone to hand you a golden microphone and say, "You're allowed to speak now," you might as well sit back and wait for flying unicorns to start a podcast. Newsflash, no one's coming. This video bombshell is not about asking politely. It's about kicking the door open, telling your story with power, and walking out like you own the plot twist. Whether you're a rookie fumbling with your first line or a seasoned creator searching for soul, buckle up. By the end of this video, you'll have everything you need to write, speak, and share unforgettable stories that slap harder than your Wi-Fi during a Zoom freeze. 1. The Stoic who stole the mic. Modern storytellers aren't fighting writer's block, they're fighting Netflix, TikTok, dog memes, and 57 group chats about brunch. The war isn't against a blank page. It's against the 27 things your brain thinks are more urgent than your own dream. Welcome to the battlefield of distraction, where the attention span of a goldfish isn't an insult, it's a compliment. But you've got a secret weapon. Stoic discipline. Yes, that old-school philosophy is now the life hack your content needs. In 2025, Ryan Holiday and his daily Stoic tribe are doing what ancient Romans did, except with better SEO. His book Discipline is Destiny isn't just sitting pretty on a nightstand, it's becoming the unofficial user manual for creators who want to show up like professionals, not hobbyists with good excuses. Stoic discipline is creative armor. It's how you stop begging for motivation and start running on momentum. So here's your Stoic starter kit. First, every morning, before your phone sucker punches your focus with celebrity divorces and AI-generated cat DJs, ask this. What's one thing I can do today to move my story forward? Not 10, just 1. Then do that first. Second, choose a daily discomfort. Cold shower? Early draft? Recording your voice without cringing at your voice? Excellent. Do it. You're building resilience, not content fluff. Third, track these 3 habits daily like you're monitoring your creative blood pressure. Did I write something? Did I reflect or think deeper? Did I publish or share, even if it wasn't perfect? Even if your post is a quote from your own diary like, "Today, I thought about quitting. I didn't." Because here's the truth no algorithm teaches. You don't grow when you feel like it, you grow when you do it anyway. This is storytelling with Stoic swagger. Not loud, not desperate, just quietly lethal. 2. Hook, heart, help, heist. Now that your mental game is jacked and disciplined, it's time to give your story muscles something to lift. Because what good is discipline if your story starts like a college essay and ends like a voicemail from your dentist? Welcome to the story structure that slaps harder than your mom's sandal when you were mouthy. Hook, heart, help, heist. Yes, heist. Because you're not just presenting, you're stealing attention. And unlike that guy selling NFTs in 2021, you're doing it with permission. Hook. Your opening line is your first punch. No gentle intros. Think of it like a headline that makes people spit out their coffee. Something like, "I accidentally cost myself $10,000 because I thought storytelling was for influencers." Spoiler, it's not. See? Now they're listening. Heart. Here's where you stop performing and start bleeding a little. Vulnerability isn't weakness, it's your mic drop moment in disguise. Crying before a launch? Screwing up a presentation? Admitting you Googled how to not cry while public speaking? These are not flaws, they're fuel. Help. You can't just trauma dump and disappear. Offer a flashlight. What did you learn? How can your audience avoid the same mistake? Maybe it's a tactic. Maybe it's a mindset shift. Maybe it's just take the leap and wear deodorant. Trust me. Either way, give them something immediately useful. Heist, resolution, leave them different. Inspired. Maybe a little suspicious of how your story made them rethink their Tuesday. A great resolution doesn't say, "the end." It says what's next. This framework works whether you're pitching an investor or telling your grandma why you're starting a podcast about mushrooms and masculinity. It's simple, bold, and versatile. And if you forget it mid-sentence, just panic gracefully. That's part of the charm. 3. Metaphors, mishaps, and masterpieces. Nobody remembers the guy who explained market value, but they'll always remember the woman who said your brand is like a burrito. Stuff it too full, and everything falls apart. That, friends, is the power of metaphor. Metaphors are your brain's favorite cheat code. They translate complexity into clarity faster than ChatGPT on espresso. When you say, content is like cooking, suddenly people understand they need seasoning style, heat urgency, and to stop microwaving leftovers reposting dead content. But don't stop at metaphors, add mayhem. Your mishaps are where the magic lives. Did you trip on your mic cord before your TEDx talk? Freeze mid-sentence and call your boss mom? Delete your whole script because the font felt aggressive? Gold. These moments prove you're not just a talking head, you're human. And humans connect with other humans, not with polished robots doing LinkedIn cosplay. Laughter is emotional superglue. When your audience laughs, they remember. And when they remember, they come back. Here's a homework challenge. Write a short story, any memory where everything went wrong. Include what you learned, what you'd never do again, and what was secretly hilarious. Now take that story and build a metaphor into it. Then tell it publicly. On a live, a post, a reel, anywhere. You just created content that's funny, memorable, and relatable. You've earned your badge. Mishap monetizer. 4. Side hustles, stats, and storytelling street cred. We interrupt this chaos to bring you Facts.in May 2025. Forbes dropped a report louder than a middle child finally getting attention. It revealed that 45% of professionals under 40 now run a creative side hustle. Translation: the side hustle isn't a backup plan, it's the new business card. But here's where it gets spicy. The people who baked storytelling into their hustle saw 3 times more engagement than those who treated their feed like a digital garage sale. Because facts don't sell. Feels sell. Even if your business is knitting ironic sweaters for cats named Kevin, it's the story that makes people buy. That first awkward stitch. The memory of your grandma. That time you poked yourself with a needle and cried to Taylor Swift. These aren't distractions. They're currency. Storytelling turns side hustlers into category creators, into brands with souls. One side hustler quoted in the 2025 report said, "Telling my story turned me from a silent extra into the main character of my own damn show. And it wasn't luck. It was showing up consistently with truth, tone, and tenacity. So even if your audience is 5 people, 2 bots, and your mom with 2 accounts, show up. Consistency beats viral every time. And your voice? That's the difference between a hobby and a movement." 5. Story Builder Bootcamp. You've laughed, you've nodded, maybe you've questioned your entire Instagram strategy. Great. Now we build. This isn't a motivational quote. This is your bootcamp blueprint. Tactical, ruthless, fun. Step 1. Pick your weapon. Are you a writer who bleeds on the keyboard? A talker who processes out loud? A shy weirdo who comes alive on camera? Pick your lane. Forget trends. Choose your natural style. Step 2. Build the blueprint. Take the hook, heart, help, heist formula and write your next piece using it. Use post-its, whiteboards, crayon on your wall. Doesn't matter, just blueprint it. Step 3. Add the sauce. Spice it up with your 3 M's. A metaphor that simplifies. A mistake that humanizes. A message that uplifts. Now it's not just a story. It's a lesson with flavor. Step 4. Ship it. Don't edit until it's dead. Don't wait for approval. Hit publish while your hands are sweating and your ego's filing a lawsuit for emotional damage. And guess what? That tremble in your voice, that awkward pause, that typo you caught 5 minutes too late, that's not failure. That's evidence you're doing something real. Frauds hide. Fighters post. Welcome to the arena. You didn't just learn how to tell stories, you claimed ownership of your voice. With discipline, structure, emotional depth, and real data backing you, you now have everything you need to create impact. This wasn't about waiting for permission, it was about realizing you never needed it. Your story doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be real. And now it's time to start telling it right now. Typos, nerves, bad lighting, and all. Because the most unforgettable stories, they're not polished, they're true. And they're yours. Smash that like button like it owes you money. Subscribe if you're ready to master communication, storytelling, and emotional momentum. Drop your weirdest storytelling fear in the comments, I'll roast it, then help you conquer it. And if you're brave enough, post your first story link below. I'll actually read it. Yep, even if it's chaos. Short,